Welcome, people, to a new live stream. Now, if you've read the description, I found my faith. Now, which faith in particular? Um, I've grown very fond of the Orthodox Christian faith. Um, I don't necessarily the Oriental or the Eastern. Well, because to be honest, I still know too much of it, but I still like it very much. And yeah, the theme for today is train my shoulders. Now, maybe a little bit more about my faith, or rather my conviction to the faith is well, I've just always been um kind of doing the or trying to live the principles of a Christian lifestyle. I mean, I try to be as truthful as I can when it comes to teachers, and if I've done my homework, then not too much. But besides that, pretty much all the time. And yeah, to not sin. And well, I try to. Well, I have my battles with lust, with laziness and all that stuff. But yeah, the only reason why I didn't fully commit was because I was afraid. Because for me, like being a believer means to, well, I had kind of a perfectionistic mindset of trying to go above and beyond, and from day one, knowing the literature and doing um, all the uh, doing all the prayers and all that kind of stuff. But I've watched some videos about the Orthodox way, and it's just, yeah, we are human, we are not perfect, we do sin, and well, what happens is we repent for it. And why do we do so? Because God has been born in the form of Jesus Christ and died on the cross, and with that, for our sins, and gave us the opportunity, the offer, that if we accept him as our savior and also repent for our sins, that our sins be forgiven. And I find this is very, very comforting, because as a human, you do make mistakes. So knowing that you will be forgiven is definitely a great thing. Um, yeah, I definitely have a few more topics I'd like to brush up upon, but I think first it's time to actually do some lifting and train those delts. So I'd say let's go. I'm just making them ready for when the time has come to actually do the side raises. Because first we're going to do front raises. And we'll definitely be needing those as well. Those dumbbells. Damn, they're feeling kind of heavy after such a long time of not really lifting. Ah. And yeah, this is also one thing about I don't know if it is specific to the Orthodox faith, the Christian Orthodox faith, but at least for my own philosophy, you will be tested, um, not only mentally but also physically, and so it'd be better to be physically fit because when this moment comes, there is no time to prepare. You are either prepared or you're not. So you have to do this in advance, I'd say. But yeah, let's hit the first set of front raises. 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see the time. Okay. Magical. Hi. I think I've met you before. Just gonna check. Welcome to my channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm definitely going to that. I'm a bit upset there's a good time window, whatever stuff. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, they do be quite heavy actually. Show the muscles. Not yet. I will for like at the end of the workout. I will to like show the pump and the progress. But not just for shits and giggles, you know? Yeah. Any more other questions or inquiries? So I'll probably try it for maybe an hour or something. Not quite sure yet, but yeah, it's probably going to be my plan. Yep. Yeah. For me, yeah, I think I will continue to do like 1 hour trainings because yeah, there's not too much else I can do. Or no, like no. For me, just the time spent, it's not too worth it. But yeah, the next set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah. Well, for me, it's just like I don't get quite the genetics in order to get to be a bodybuilder, so I will never be a bodybuilder. But with that, it also doesn't make sense to be training all the time because I will never achieve the results that others might get. And so I would rather just train to be above average and yeah, to have fun. Okay, next set. Ah, feels good to be training again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I'm actually not sure if I do want to continue with that style of training and YouTube in general, to be honest. Because right now I'm actually feeling very good about myself, very good about how my body looks, actually with what I have achieved in my life. Which sounds stupid because I'm 17 and already I feel like I've accomplished everything that I could ever want. Now, I'll get into more detail into what specifically I mean with that. But one example is um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, yeah, one example is I've gotten, yeah, I do have friends, and actually, it's to a point where they really love me and support me, and they love me for who I am. And I'm really glad about this. And 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I actually do feel so supported that, yeah, that I'm really glad. And that has been one of my major concerns or major problems pretty much all my life, that I do not have many friends, that I'm not very socially accepted. And, now I am. And this feeling is actually quite awesome. And besides that, school, for example, is very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, school has gotten super easy. Um, Now I've gotten, yeah, I'm I'm glad about how I look, glad about my social standing. I mean, I got many people that respect me and many people who don't. But actually, those who don't respect me kind of actually don't really understand what I'm standing for, to be honest. But yeah, and besides that, I only can speak positively about my life. Um, I had those, I believe. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Um, yeah, it's it's hard to tell you, but really, I've got everything I need. I'm smart. I'm healthy. I've got friends. My family is great, and for me, YouTube is it's a fun activity. But I think it kind of discerns the journey that I'm going through because, well, am I going through this journey in order to post it, or am I going through this journey for myself? And the lines become very blurry once you start to actually post about it. You know. And with that in mind, yeah, and I do want to have different style of training. It's more focused about actually functional training. That's actually kind of fun, not so monotone. Going kind of away from bodybuilding, but rather to actually enjoying what my body's capable of. I'm really realizing how I just don't want to. I really don't want to work out. So let's just screw that, really, and let's start business right now. You know, I've came to a point where I really do have everything that I want. For me, what I want to do in my career life, I'm set out. I know my path that I want to go and different things that I could do if I wouldn't want to do that specifically. And I'm really just happy right now, to be honest. And for me, doing this YouTube, yes, it was to help others, but also kind of to help me because yeah, I was actually fleeing myself. Yeah, I actually did. I was fleeing the condemnation that I've got for my outspoken beliefs. You know, I've had many people who disliked me for what I believe in and how cringe the things are that I do. And I've came to a point where I don't even really care about those people anymore. I know a few people from school that might not be agreeing with what I do, with what I preach, and find it cringe or whatever. But to be honest, I really, really couldn't care any less because I know that I've done and said all those things because I believed in them. Of course, with my old channel, um, this is a new one, and the old channel was full of Andrew Tate like inspired videos, and where I've said a lot of vile things, probably. I mean, I can't even remember those because it has been some time, to be honest, like 2 years, and you know, I've been a very different person back then, but now, or let's just jump to the start of 2024, the year I've started this new YouTube channel. Now, then I was anxious. I was insecure still very much, and especially socially, because I never really knew what to wear, what jokes to make, and how I could establish myself within a group so that others would, on one hand, respect me, but also love me, and you know, all of those types of things. And I've come to the realization that you just have to not care, which seems very hard because we are social creatures, we want to fit in, this and that. But, by just ignoring the people that do not like me and focus on the people that do like me for who I am. And for that, it is also very important that you um, be yourself, because otherwise, no one will ever know who you are, not even yourself. And so, by being totally and brutally me for some period of time, I've grown very confident or very comfortable within my own skin. And yeah, with that, I no longer feel like that I have to flee from the social condemnation that I've faced. I love to go to school. I mean, not too much because it's just a waste of time for me. But, when I go to school, I get to see people who greet me warmly, who like to have conversations with me. And I like that very much. And, well, what has changed from now to back then, I believe, is just acceptance, to be honest. I've just accepted that the fact that not everyone is going to love me, and that is totally all right. And with that in mind, I can now speak my mind without having to be anxious. Oh, but what are the others going to think? And this and that. And I no longer feel like I have to manipulate situations in order to, in order to feel great about myself. Because one thing I had done when I was just just a just a few days younger, what feels like, is that I try to manipulate every social interaction. I analyze them. Okay, how the people standing, and what are the backgrounds? Okay, what could I say in this situation that elevates my social position above the others? And this has caused me such headaches and has only brought me in so much trouble. And just by no longer caring about this, damn, I feel so good about myself. I actually go into conversations and enjoy them and have the conversations for the conversation's sake and not for some social hierarchy bullshit. And with that, I've also found out more about myself. So, one thing, philosophy, guys. Philosophy about Nietzsche. one of the aspects is the so-called down going. Now, what does the down going really mean? Um, it it is specifically that you let go of things, that you go down to hell in order to rise back up again. What this implies is leaving a toxic relationship, a bad work environment to find a job you truly like, and leaving a friend group maybe, um, stopping your addictions, and all of those kinds of things. And yeah, by now, or rather, I just realized that and thought like, yeah. And then I just stripped everything away that I had. Not only what am I without my addictions? Well, without my addictions, I go to school. I actually like it quite much. I work out. I actually like it quite much. I sing. I like it quite much. I dance. I like it quite much. I like to be social, actually, very much, and I like to help people very much. And then I condense it down more and more. Okay, what if I couldn't work out? Well, then I'd still do something physically because I just love to feel the not necessarily the burning sensation, but rather what you can build of your body over time and all of the things you can do. And yeah, the strain you can put on yourself. And yeah, seeing physical change, how much you're capable of, all these things, I love that. And this is a core part. Even though if I couldn't, if my legs wouldn't work no more, I'd still do something in that kind of field. And with dancing, it's the same thing. I just love to feel the music, the rhythm, and also dancing with other people, having fun parties. Um, I love that. I love being social. And so you could cut off my legs, and I'd still be grooving. You know, just my proportion, but I'd still be grooving. So yeah, and for example, school. You could take this away from me. Well, I just love to challenge myself mentally and also display my intellect in some shape or form to show, yeah, to kind of show off how my thought process goes and how capable I can be. And yeah, and I thought about YouTube. You know, what if you take YouTube away from me? Well, I'd still be trying to help people. And then I realized, wait a second, there's so many people around me that do need help. I mean, I kind of started with a friend of mine, um, and so try to help her with her struggles. You know, talking with her, talking about her love interests, and kind of trying to give her tips and all that kind of stuff. And then on her birthday, another friend of our friend group, and try to have like a drunk therapy session. And you know that I'm kind of after as well. I just see the pain in people. You know, they have like a somewhat funny expression. You know, just getting the alcohol to numb the pain or something. And you know, in those contexts, it sounds a lot more funny than than I can display in the moment. But behind that seemingly funny facade, I can see the pain. You know, right now I'm literally on the verge of tears, to be honest, because I can just feel the pain. And you know, there were physics class, another example, and there was one guy. He's Pakistani. he's a bit he's a bit of a class clown, as his friends are, and a bit loud, outspoken. But generally he's a great guy, at least from what I can tell. And so he had a bit of banter with his friends and always fun games, but then they got a bit racial. I mean, the thing is, I go to a school where we have a lot of nationalities, and so it's not uncommon to kind of just make some jokes about the other nationality, and I could just see him being taken aback and trying to counter the jokes, and I could like I was like my gaze was magnetized on the side, and my throat was catching up it it was choking me, the mere presence of the pain that I could just see, you know. And this is, I believe, what my kind of goal in life looks like, to help people. And with YouTube, I still do like to help people nonetheless, but I'm not so sure if YouTube is really worth it, to be honest. Because you can make videos and it will definitely help some people, but the thing is there are so many people, and so many good people also, that I probably don't even know many of them, because there are just so many of them, to be honest. And of course, I could build myself up, build a brand and whatsoever. But to be honest, I don't really care about that. I just like to help the people that I can physically see. And, you know, this is just, I see the pain. I can sense it in their expressions, in their writings. Another girl in my gym class. We talked a bit after gym class, and thought she'd be kind of cute. Um, not physically too much, but just from talking to her, nice and easy going. And so I've texted her on the school um, site, kind of. So we have like what is like WhatsApp, but for school. And so I would kind of be able to text her, and so I texted her, and it didn't went anywhere specifically, but there were some misunderstandings along the way, and just from how she texted, I could feel the pain, the trauma, or whatever. And when I see those, I just feel so sorry, and I just want to help people. Um, and so for me, it just feels like it's probably more worth it to focus on the people that are in my life rather than on virtual people. Because, well, of course, I could have much more influence, but you know, I I have to be honest. I don't really care about that. I care about fame and I care about money. What I care about is about helping people. I think the most effective way is when you're actually close to them. But yeah, I think that's the reason why I actually want to stop doing YouTube after doing it on and off for actually 2 years, which is crazy, you know? having done it, having also somewhat loved it. You know, when people went up to me and be like, "Oh, he has a YouTube channel, and look, boy, he has over 1,000 subscribers. Damn, that's quite good." And I felt proud of myself. Look at me. I get the respect from them, or also with my physique. I mean, we had a party yesterday, and you have to think I was going to the bathroom, and then I see two two of my friends just posing in front of the mirror and all of that, and so I did the same with them, and then another friend joined, and a few of the comments were about my physique, that my physique looks so good. It's not necessarily too big, but just because of the leanness, and actually that I've got super good strong points besides my shoulders, because I don't have too wide of shoulders, like naturally, of my um it's just genetically not there. And those compliments feel really nice. And of course, there's nothing wrong with going after something and achieving something and getting praised for it. But I've just realized, like, why would I want to, or rather, like, as a person, you then get kind of downplayed as your achievements, you know? Then you will be only seen as the guy. Look how many followers he has on his YouTube, and then he started Instagram, posting daily and getting also many likes and whatever. And of course, this is great, but am I not more than that? I do not care about that. And so I believe people shouldn't care about that either. For me, I just want to be myself, and being myself entails that I care about others. And that's the thing, I believe, why it's so hard for me being or not being in a relationship. Oh yeah. So yeah, the situation at the party was, beforehand we kind of chatted, and the one girl I did like the drunk therapy on was like, let's do that again, and or rather just the massaging part, because I massage like everyone, because I just like it and I'm good at it. And you know, I wanted to do that and was really hyped about it, but didn't really get to do it. And I've seen her escapism, constantly vaping, constantly trying to get more drunk and everything. And I was really saddened by the sight, because I understand the reasons very well, but I know so much more that it does not work. It only gets worse with that. And yeah, now after the party, I was kind of sad, and that there was like one couple there, and they were a bit cutesy with one another, and you know I was like, damn, I want to have someone as well, this and that. And I think the reason was just because, like, I really don't care about intercourse that much. But when I lie down at night to sleep, like, all I want is like someone I can like hug, and I can give them a sense of protection, affection, and being loved and stuff like that. And yeah, and I think this is also partly the reason why I will why I want to be a father so badly because, well, this kind of entails pretty much. I mean, you know, you're there for your children, you care about them, make them feel loved, protected, cared, cared for, and all of that. And I think the same reason is why I want to have a girlfriend so badly, in some sense. Um, it's not for the physical aspect at all, but just that I have someone I can care about. I think this is also the reason why I love animals so much. When I just see my cat or my dog, I just get the urge to just hug them as tightly as I can, even though they don't want to, because they're both not very cuddly, sadly. But I just love everything that surrounds me and everyone, and I try to help them with their mental problems at least, because it's kind of my speciality speciality. Because, well, I've dealt with this myself and have devised strategies and whatnot to help with that. And so, yeah, but I think YouTube with that for me is actually dead, because the reasons for training, no, the reasons for doing this was so I could escape myself and kind of find someone else to talk to, someone else to help with, even though the people mostly didn't want to. Crazy. And of course, I don't want the people that are like totally messed up, because I mean they don't get totally good ever again. But just like the having slight problems, maybe a little bit of self, little self worth, and being able to elevate that, push that, help the people out with that. You know, trying to help the people with the same struggles I had. And that's kind of what I care about. Like, I don't really care about the age too much of the girl. I don't really care about the looks too much. I just care about the character, man. But yeah, I think I've just said everything that was on my mind right now. And actually, yeah, now it's time for me to do the actual work. I've used YouTube as a crutch, Look at me, I'm being productive. I'm doing something for my future. I'm trying to help people. But I think the smartest thing to do is try to get better with academia. Try to make this as get like the best grades with the little, uh, yeah, with as little effort as possible, and also just use up my free time to help other people. I mean, maybe that's probably the reason why I love dancing so much, because usually I'm a guest dancer, and so for the girls who are uh, very much more unexperienced than me, and so I just go there and help them, and this is just what I love to do, because I can help them. Like, here, look, try it a bit more like this, and being nervous, it's totally normal, and just do the step a bit more like this, and if you do it like this, then more like that, kind of that thing. And yeah, I just love helping people, really. Yeah, this has been very eye-opening. Now I feel kind of sad to abandon the people that have grown fond of me, and found my channel, and not so much my teachings, but rather found liking to my personality. And yeah, I think it's time for me to actually go offline and do the work off camera, you know? Which is, it feels bizarre actually wanting to quit now. Because when I was younger, I couldn't think of anything that I would like to do more than YouTube. And, also maybe write songs and stuff like that, make music, some kind of artist. But I realized that for what purpose? I want to make songs because how cool would this be to make songs with where there are actually values being displayed and whatnot. But it's the same kind of dream of becoming a natural pro bodybuilder and showing the world that you do not need steroids. But I mean, first of all, with my genetics, that even becoming a pro bodybuilder would be quite fantastic. But a natural pro bodybuilder, it's just unreasonable, to say the least. And with music, I mean, of course, there's a lot of junk going around, but they are lyrical geniuses who have practiced and perfected their craft since they have been like 13 or something. And yeah, I am not that guy, and I also don't want to spend that time to be that guy, but rather I just want to enjoy my time and help others. And the way I know how to do it is in conversation. Just talk to people. Hey, what are your problems? Or rather, just talking with them. Then, um, first talking about my own problems, because then people are much more easy to open up. And yeah, this has been actually that's actually what I want to do. And I know I'm repeating myself and I'm dragging this out very long, but the reason is just that saying goodbye is damn hard. And after that, there are no more people or outside people are gonna be like, oh, and did you do your workout today? And this and that. There are no more people holding me accountable for what I'm doing. So the grind becomes a bit harder because, yeah, there's there's no one else, no more to let down besides myself and God. And the question is probably even God wouldn't be that much let down than I am. Because I don't think God is the perfectionist, but rather I am. And I mean, just watch the video where about the New Testament, I think the Gospel, and there were many people who had a lot of doubt in him, and God allowed for it. He didn't condemn them for it. And well, why did he do so? Good question. Probably because he wanted them to doubt him. He wanted them to be unsure. Because how could you say you're faithful, that you are that you trust in God when you've never doubted him in the first place? Only if you overcome your doubt and act upon his will besides your doubt, you know? And this is what I'm doubting. Um, I'm doubting YouTube, or rather to discontinue YouTube. I can't let down God. Oh, I'm sure you can, in some sense. I mean, He's forever loving, but He's a just God, and so it's hard to tell in which sense you can let down God. I mean, I think there surely might be many ways, but yeah. Well, what I wanted to say is just I'm questioning if making YouTube is the right choice because I don't think that this is my way, or rather, yeah, I do not feel like this is my way. Feelings are very vague, but it's somewhat in your heart, the feeling in your heart, deep down. And the feeling deep down I have is when I think of making more YouTube videos, I just feel miserable. I just don't want to do it. A deep reluctance I feel. And on the other hand, with improving my academia and helping people, I don't feel any reluctance at first, but rather when my critically thinking mind kicks in, then there's been then it spreads doubts because a a a a loving heart cannot make any unjust decisions, but the mind can, because the mind can be manipulated and such. And yeah, I'm dragging it out more and more. I think with that it is finally time to say goodbye. Actually, I never thought that my last live stream or YouTube video would end like this. But yeah, I think I'm quitting for good. Will it come back? Maybe, maybe not. Actually, is the reluctance to do YouTube related to anything specifically? Um, well, I don't think so. It's just I'm thinking about okay when I want to do YouTube again. Okay, I need a schedule, but I mean the schedule is kind of quite good because I mean I would need to schedule many things. I mean, with my hobbies and then with working out, I would have a schedule for that anyway. So then I would just work out and film on the same time, and then just posting my daily um, physique updates again, and yeah, I could do that and all of that, and yeah, but then I think to myself, is this really it? Do I really want this? Because like yeah, I could inspire a few people and help them, but truth be told, it just doesn't feel right. What feels right to me is to go out and seek difficult conversations and try to approach the people that do need help but don't want to. You know, when I have to go like pretty much anywhere, I have to go to a metro station 2 kilometers from where I live, and it's through the woods, and there's sometimes some people walking by, and I always greet them, say good day, sir, or no, just good day, but yeah, I just see so many people with their hearts closed who just mumble, rather just say quick hello, and being confused and taken aback. And with that I realized how many people have closed their hearts. And, with the people that surround me, I want to change that. I want to seek out the difficult conversations, try to warm them up, and try to make them open their hearts, not only for Jesus Christ, but also um, for love in general. So many people have experienced bad things and just genuinely feel terrible all the time. And like even if they have like a person they're attracted to come up to them and give them like clear signs, they they would interpret them wrong because they think so little of themselves. And I would just like to change that. And yeah, does this answer the question, Patri Patrick Jew Patrick Gu? If I said your name correctly. And also, thank you very much for being here. So, for the three remaining people that are listening, if you got any last questions for me, sure let me know. But yeah, after that, I will I will end the stream. I will probably leave the videos and so on, but will no longer be uploading. Still feels crazy to me. But yeah, I know it's the right thing to do. I must focus on what is near and dear, and not on something outside of myself, or rather outside of my circle of influence. Mm. Well, I'm very glad I could answer your question. If you got any last remaining question, I would love to hear it. I hope you didn't go anywhere forever. I've enjoyed your content. Well, thank you very much. Um, Man, I'm going to tear up. Give me a moment, please. Still need a moment. Still need a moment. Well, I've liked the interactions very much. There were always a few people who were just watching my content for how I look like, but also many for who I am, and I very much appreciate that. No, you didn't upset me. No, not at all. It's just that I'm very glad to have had this experience. It's rather tears of joy and the fact that I'm leaving something behind that I know, I know was great, or rather had great intentions. And I think in the future there's also um, much chance that I would continue this. Damn, I sound like a little bitch. Fuck. Um, no, but those interactions just really mean a lot to me. That people can open up to a stranger online, and well, not all of them, but some tell me their worries, and you know, just knowing that I've been there for them, helping them, and also motivating them, it's really, says a lot for me because, well, this is what I've always tried to do, is to help people. I would not mind having a conversation about faith with you. Yeah. So, I think for me, I think I will return to YouTube at some point, but I think how I'll do it is in a different way. I will I will have my have the lessons that I've learned and try to make the most out of helping people. Because for now, of course, I can help people and also with my journey, but yeah, it is amazing how YouTube can connect people. Because for me, I would have never thought that I would just start streaming, and rather than having many people, I have a few people who just like to watch me, and literally commenting on the live streams. Ah, I missed that one. I'm going to watch it, and catch up. You know, I I could never believe that things I say during a stream or just in general are so that people value it so much, to be honest. Yeah. What a way to end it. Yeah. I really have have little words left. I've I've loved the I've loved helping people. And yeah, I think the reason why I really want to stop YouTube is because I couldn't see myself making it big or bigger. Because I can only care about so many people at once. And this is why I want to help just a few people really much rather than a lot of people a little bit, which is will be insignificant. Well, I really do hope to see you again, but you should take care of yourself first. And if you need a break, then you should take that break. Enjoy yourself, please. Um, I mean, yeah, from a business kind of standpoint, I do not need a break, really. I have a lot of free time, but yeah, I think I need to take a break in order to find out more about myself, who I am, and what I want. And yet I'm also that guy saying that I really know a lot about who I am and what I want. But yeah, I think for me it's now time to walk the walk, but actually do it in silence. Because, well, I think the most problematic thing is, well, I would help people of my friend group and then also post videos or live streams about talking about my experiences. And, well, if you just know a little bit, you could then connect the dots which friend I'm talking about, and this would kind of blow the secrecy and stuff like that. Yeah, but I really love the fact that people have opened up with their struggles, and you know that I could be of service to people. This is this is the greatest gift, like quite much, that I've received. Not getting praised for anything, but rather being told that I was of service in the dire needs. But yeah, I think with that, I want to end it. I've been yapping away for way too long now, and maybe we will see each other again at some point. Um, Pet the group. Thank you very much for joining me, and to all of you who missed that stream, do not be afraid, because I love you all, and I truly do mean it. Bye, guys.